Hi, my name is Cindy, and the word reconciled is very important to me. Perfect peace in relationship sounds impossible. Human beings experience the pain of broken relationships all the time. Wounds from poisonous words and careless or malicious actions of others, those stay with us. And when we look at ourselves, we are so aware of our own failings in relationships as we lash out and harbor bitterness towards others. And our shortcomings are only magnified in the context of our relationship with a holy God. Things are not as they should be, and yet as followers of Christ, we are identified as fully reconciled to God. Our reconciliation with God makes it possible for us to experience reconciliation with the people around us. But it is a very difficult process as imperfect people try to love imperfect people. In my own story, the sinful decisions of a close friend destroyed our relationship and consequently crippled my relationship with the Lord. When the sin that he had concealed for years was finally brought into the light, it shattered my world. I can still remember the feelings of shock, confusion, and hurt. Because of some legal proceedings and the feelings of guilt and shame and heartbreak that I felt, I totally buried my feelings and didn't tell anybody about what happened. An entire year later, a mentor of mine lovingly encouraged me to finally confide in her and talk candidly to God about my feelings. I had to force myself to pray with complete transparency, and the things that poured out of my heart, they were so ugly. As a defense mechanism, I never let myself think about what happened, so I had no clue that I had been developing a deep anger and bitterness towards the Lord. I felt like God betrayed me. And thinking back to that prayer time, I'm truly embarrassed by how I talked to the Lord. But it was only when I was honest about my feelings that God began to heal me. As I presented the most tender wounds of my heart, He began to reveal the truth. Even when I felt like God had failed me, that I was abandoned, unseen, and unloved, I was confronted with the undeniable reality of Christ's sacrifice. What was I supposed to do with the cross? I felt betrayed, abandoned, unseen, and unloved by God, but those feelings melted away when I remembered His incredible work of atonement. Jesus had been abandoned, and He felt abandoned on the cross too. He felt and understood me. In the whirlwind of anger and accusations towards God, my anchoring point was the gospel of reconciliation. I understood my friend and I were both loved beyond measure. The truth propelled me to forgive and to seek to restore that relationship. And it has taken many difficult conversations and plenty of time, but I can now declare with joy that I have been fully reconciled with my friend. This reconciliation is only possible because of the truth that my relationship with the Lord is restored when I do not deserve it. This has empowered me to choose to pursue peace and reconciliation with my friend every day.